Hello my friends, and welcome to another tag video. So for this video, I was tagged by Becky and Scott from the Bookish Bryants. This tag was created by Rainier Books. I will list both in the description box so you can check them out if you would like. Goodness. So as far as the BookTube Backstage Tag, in the end, I'm not going to tag anyone for this because I know that some people can be very protective in a way. They don't want to share everything that they do backstage. I have seen more and more people start to talk about it, so I think that's starting to loosen up a little bit, but I know that not everyone is comfortable sharing what type of equipment that they use or programs or anything like that. So I won't be tagging anyone as far as that goes, but if you have a channel and want to do this tag, you're more than welcome to say that I tagged you if you would like. Let's go ahead and get into it. There are 8 questions or 8 prompts. So let's go ahead and get into it, because I know that describing things can sometimes make the video much longer, but I do want to make this as quick as possible so that you're not watching an hour and a half long video. So, okay, so I have all the questions written down, or the prompts written down. So number 1, what camera do you use for your videos? I use a camera that's at least 6 or 7 years old. This used to be my mom's. She bought herself a new camera and gave this old one to me. All I know about it is it's a Nikon Coolpix. As far as what model, that I don't know. It's a DSLR, I believe, so it's the one with the lens that goes out and all that. Anyway, that's all I know about it. It's just my mom's old camera. I would like to save up and buy myself a newer camera where I know that like I can maybe get an external microphone so I have better sound quality and stuff. But so it's just a really old camera, and it is starting to have some issues where I'll be recording and it'll just stop the video when it's got plenty of memory with the memory card in it and plenty of battery life. It just shuts itself down, or sometimes I have to try to start a video a couple of times because it won't even start recording. So I am in the process of saving up for a new camera, just so that I can get one that I want, and get the external features that I want, like I said, the external mic and stuff. But that's a long way down the road, because the camera I'm looking at that I really, really want is like $800. So it'll be a bit, but this one's making do just fine for now. Number 2, speaking about filming and being your own director, do you have a favorite film director? Yes, Tim Burton. Everything that I have seen that Tim Burton has directed, I have absolutely loved. And I think the combination of Tim Burton and Johnny Depp is a match made in heaven. Absolutely love Johnny Depp. Love Tim Burton. I don't think I've seen everything that Tim Burton has done, but everything I have seen, I have absolutely loved. Like his take on Alice in Wonderland, The Nightmare Before Christmas. So things like that are just Coraline. They just have that darker undertone, and I do like the darker stuff. So I do like that. I don't know a lot of directors. I am very much not interested in knowing all the directors there are, because there's just so many of them. The only other one that comes to my mind is Steven Spielberg. I have not enjoyed everything I've seen that he's done, and I know, again, I have not seen everything that he has done. I've enjoyed some of the stuff I have seen. Others I haven't, that's been fine. But Tim Burton's my favorite. I think my favorite Steven Spielberg is Jurassic Park. I love the Jurassic Park series. But definitely Tim Burton's my favorite director. Number 3, what microphone do you use and what program do you use to edit your videos? The microphone is just the one that's internal to the camera. I don't have an external one. I would like an external, but because this one's so old, I don't think there's an external microphone that will work for this one. Hence, and it's already having issues. So hence why I want to get a new camera where it will come with an external microphone. As far as what program I use to edit my videos, I do not have an Apple computer. Oh, I so want one, but they're so pricey. but I really like Apple. I remember learning on Apple in school, and so I prefer Apple because that's what I learned on. They're just so pricey. But the program that I use is Video Pad Editor. It was one of the more cheaper ones. It was not free, but it was the cheaper one, and it's better than the one that was already pre-installed that is free on my computer. And it's honestly easier to use than what was already pre-programmed into my computer. So I used that one. It was about $30, and that's it. So yeah. Number 4, do you remember the first record that you bought or received as a gift? No. Records are a little bit before my time. When I was born, it was cassette tapes, because I was born in 83. There were still records, like there are today, but definitely not like they were before. Cassette tapes were the biggest one. I remember having a lot of soundtracks. I had Aladdin. I had Cinderella. I think I had 101 Dalmatians. A lot of soundtrack cassette tapes. I do remember there being a record player at my house, but I remember trying to figure out how to play a record on it, and this is like very little, like maybe 3rd grade is when I first realized what it actually was and what to get from the library. What I got from the library to try to play on the record player, I don't remember. I don't even remember if the record player even worked, because it was that old. But the first CD I got, so I was around when cassette tapes turned to CDs. The very first CD I got that I remember was Britney Spears' Baby One More Time or something like that. So it was Britney Spears' first album that was out. That's the one that I got. Let's see, prompt number 5, I believe. Yes. How do you prepare your videos? Talking points, a detailed script, or just talking? Talking points. I don't do a detailed script. I want to be able to improvise if I can. Kind of go off on tangents, and if something sparks a memory, maybe if I'm comfortable with it, telling you about that memory, like with the record player. But I do have to have at least talking points, like the questions written out. And then if it's like questions with what book does this remind you of, I will list the books on there. But this just helps me stay much more organized. Otherwise, my thoughts, if I do just talking, will go from point A to Y to C to B they're just pinging all over the place. Number 6, TV shows have become... I can't even read my writing. I wrote it so fast. Okay, let me try this again. TV shows have become the thing of our time. Game shows. Oh, not game shows. Game of Thrones. Man, my writing sucks. Game of Thrones, Stranger Things, Netflix, HBO, and Amazon. What is or are your favorite shows ever? Name a maximum of 3. Cops. Mostly for nostalgic reasons. I used to watch that with my grandpa when he was alive all the time, when he would visit here, or I would go and visit my grandma and grandpa. So, and I used to always want to go into law enforcement. Well, not always. I wanted to be a teacher, and then I wanted to go into law enforcement. Neither of which is going to happen. I'm just not suited for those fields. That's just me with the issues that I have going on and stuff with my health. With law enforcement, I remember wanting to go into that, but I did try being a 911 dispatch operator. That lasted about a month. I never made it 100% through training. That was just awful. So much stress, so much pressure, and just that, it's like I realized I'm not suited for law enforcement. So my interest in law enforcement goes through TV shows, so a lot of the crime shows. So Cops is my favorite. My other favorite is Forensic Files. I am working my way through that one. I'm on season 6. It says collection 6 on Netflix, but season 6, and I'm only like 5 or 6 episodes into it so far. That one also has a nostalgic thing to it because that's the show that my grandma likes, and so I would watch Cops with my grandpa and Forensic Files with my grandma. it's just fascinating how people think they can get away, and some of them do, get away with the crimes that they commit, with fraud, with murder, with sexual assault and all of that, when there's the advancement in technology and cameras and abundance all around out. It's just amazing that just the advancement in it, and it bothers me that, and I'm sure it was much more before technology is what it is, that more innocent people were incarcerated than they are now, I would think. I could be totally wrong on that, but it's just, I mean, fingerprint analysis, DNA analysis, blood spatter, and all of that is just so interesting. And to try and listen to the motives of why people do what they do, it's just, to me, it's just so fascinating. And I wish I had the capability to go in and try and make sure innocent people stay out of jail and the actual person that committed the crime goes in, type of a thing. So, but it's just not for me. I can't do it. Anyway, okay, so number 3, I'm going to say 4. I know it says maximum of 3, but I am going to say 4. My other 2 absolute favorite shows are Full House and Home Improvement. I remember watching those when I was little and thinking, because my dad was not really involved in my life after the divorce, and so seeing those shows where this dad is actually involved in his children's lives made me go, hopefully there's actually guys that are still out there in the world that do want to be involved in their children's lives. Sometimes I think my dad wants to be involved in my life, but other times, just because of how absent he is, he's not. But anyway, those have been my favorite shows. So those are the 4. I'm getting a little too sappy and stuff, so I'm just going to move on. Number 7, what kind of BookTube videos do you prefer to watch and why? So reviews, wrap-ups, vlogs, book hauls, tag videos, or something else. I pretty much will like to watch everything. I like the vlogs. I like hauls. I like reviews. I like unboxings. I really like unboxings. I like the tag videos. I like them all. My least favorite, it's easier for me to say what my least favorite BookTube videos are, and that would be unhauls, and where people just talk about negative reviews. Those are my least favorite. I will still watch those because sometimes they do bring up good points as far as trigger warnings or, you know, why they didn't like a certain book, but I prefer to hear why you liked a book, not why you disliked it. But I will watch that. Unhauls I don't really watch, again, because sometimes they just say, this is the book I'm getting rid of because the author is problematic, because the book is problematic, and they don't go into details, or it needs to be. So number 8, watching TV watching TV was probably a part of all our childhoods. These years, it has become less popular. What kind of media user are you? I'm not much of a media user. I prefer to read a book. I guess you could say Kindle. I do have an ebook. I watch things on YouTube and Netflix. I also have a Disney Plus I might watch a show on. But I'm really, I'll play games on my phone, but that's pretty much it. I'm not a big media user. I just figure that I think part of it is because I get frustrated that, like with the camera or computers are a perfect example. It's like you buy the latest and greatest, and then 4 months later there's a new model, and then 4 months later there's an even new model, and it just keeps going. And so I think it's just, and technology breaks, and I don't know. I just, yeah, I hope that makes sense. I don't really know what to say. I'm just not that big into being a media user, I guess. I don't even watch TV. I watch Netflix, but I don't, as far as watching actual TV, maybe once every, I don't know, when there's a big, huge event and I want to watch the news, but even then I can just pull it up on Netflix, or not Netflix, on YouTube. But yeah, I don't know. I think I'm a very basic media user. I'm probably not the basic of the basic, but kind of on the lower end of the media user. That's it. That's the 8 prompts. So again, I will put Rainier Books. I will look up that channel and link it in the description box, as Rainier Books is the creator of this tag. And again, I will also list in the description box Becky and Scott from the Bookish Bryants in the description box. They have an awesome channel. And since they tagged me, I will definitely list them. I'll try and put these questions in the description box as well, so that if you want to do that, you don't have to listen to the whole video 2 or 3 times and pause it or whatever. So I'll have the questions in the description box as well. So that is the BookTube Backstage Tag. I hope you like this. If you want to tell me what some of your answers are to some of these questions, that would be great. If you decide to do this tag, definitely let me know so I can check out your video. And until next time, stay true to yourself and enjoy a good book. And I will talk to you later.